First, a very good evening. And I know today this is the last session, right? So you are probably giving a sigh of relief, right? Yeah, I can see it in your faces. Second thing, what you did for these 2 days were primarily listening, right? You listened a lot. All of us came, spoke, and you kept on hearing. And the second, guys, I think was you probably were able to interact with each other much more than what you probably do in your day-to-day life. So what we thought was that this is one session which we thought that we'll make it slightly different. You do the talking. You do all the activity. We are just going to help you through the whole thing. The idea is it's more of a workshop just to help you probably connect better. Probably, sometimes we think that we should have probably had it earlier today because you could have connected better. That is one idea. Second is we'll guide you through what we normally do in a consulting exercise. So this is a totally activity led by you and delivered by you. We are not going to do much. So I'll just start off here. So the key theme on these 2 days, okay, even whether the theme was announced or not, the key theme was everybody kept talking about going social, what is mobility, what is Gen Y, what is cloud, why we need to go, why we need not go, what is the pace of change. So, the whole works happened, right? But end of the day, you know what it is, right or wrong, what to do. Because, okay, I'm going to relate it back to an anecdote. We happened a couple of days back, okay, we were working on this project. And we have been, like in all projects, you have this one guy who's a spark, right? The wisecrack guy, the guy who always throws the wisecracks. So I don't know if it came in some of the SMS feeds or not, but this is what he said. And I guess that's pretty important for what we're going to talk today. He said, knowing that tomato is a fruit is knowledge, okay? But not using it in fruit salad at the end of the day is wisdom. Okay, so that's what he told us because we were discussing on some project and this is a wisecrack he came back with. So what we are talking today, when we talked about social, mobility, cloud, all of that, end of the day, the fundamental thing is that your infrastructure, your applications, your services, the way you relate to your business, everything is interconnected to the perfection, almost to the perfect level. It may not be 100%, but at least 70-80% interconnection is there. And you have developed it to a point wherein whatever dynamism happens, you're able to change it backwards. And today, see, the critical thing is last few years it changed, especially with cloud coming in, your sourcing strategies have changed. The way you look at a particular, like say for example, 2 years back or maybe even a year back, probably IBM would have come and we'll be hammering you with an SO story, right? I shouldn't be saying that so many IBMers around, but normally we keep talking on it. But today we don't talk much on that. We talk about mobility, we talk about cloud. The reason is, even from a sourcing perspective, you're looking at a shorter horizon. You want the partners to be shorter. That's the way you're looking at it. And in that case, what is happening is, your whole infrastructure today, infrastructure to applications, interconnection is very high. So, in this scenario, how are you going to handle change? That's a whole concept around which we build the workshop today. So I'm just going to show you the case study for a minute. See, okay, I'll tell you how the whole rule is going to work out. We are going to divide you into 3 groups, okay? One is this. As you have gone through a case study, we are looking at some kind of application technology you're going to change on the application layer. You're going to bring about a change. Now, how we are going to bring about a change? You have the experience. You're all extremely experienced folks, people who have really burned your hands, big time and all this. So you'll go through the whole thing. The rule is very simple. You got about 15 minutes time. So one group, possibly from this side onwards, you got an application which is lying on the cloud. Okay, and you're making a major, see, I've used the word database there, but I'm not going to stick very strictly onto the database horizon. You're making a major change in an application which is sitting on the cloud. How are you going to go about it? Group here, you have got a mobility application. An application which has got a huge amount of mobility considerations around it. So you are looking at how are you going to do a transformation or moving the technology or change the technology behind it. So you're going to discuss among yourself. And the third group, you got an application which has got a huge amount of resiliency consideration. When I say resiliency, your availability levels are close to 100%. You probably may or may not have you can even take an assumption saying that the infrastructure is not there. You can take those assumptions. If the assumptions are yours, you can dream whatever you think is your real life scenario. And you need to come back after about, let's say 15-20 minutes, we'll have a discussion and one of you from each of the group come down and present all the rest of the team on how you think you need to go about the transformation or the change. So are you okay with that? I don't want to give a choice. We really don't want to give you a choice because I know that 2 days you have all been sitting, listening to everybody talking. Let's leave that. But this is the fun part, right? Yeah, just get together. See, the idea is not to see whether you are right or wrong because each and every one of you in your real life, you have done this. And you know what is right and wrong. It's just that let's have some fun. Even if you're going to say that the technology I'm going to do is just ensure my terminal in a VDI or a solution is going to, that's only technology I'm going to do. Let's take that assumption and run it. Let's have that fun for some time. So I would suggest that people probably on this side take resiliency and please group around that. Yeah.
We have kind of 2 minutes to group.
Yeah. So please start.
This side is
Three. Yeah, one person. You can have it that way also. Let them decide. Yes, the brief is there. See, I wouldn't suggest that you need to go exactly by that. Okay, but the red one is what you need to take it. Leave the database out, but otherwise take an assumption there. Because I don't want, see, even though we wrote that brief, but with that brief in mind, it may take you a couple of hours. So my suggestion is if you want to make it even more fun, assume that you're changing the television at your house and how your wife or your spouses are going to turn around and make your decision tough. That's just an assumption I'm giving. So I'm making it even more open. See, my suggestion is this is just an example of the case study. We don't want to make it spot on. But the thing is, let it be one of those technology areas. Let it be on the cloud, taking a service, or something on which resiliency is important.
So we'll have 4 presentations. 2 from resiliency group, 1 from cloud, 1 from mobility group. Yeah, 5 minutes each. So we'll have identify one of you as the person who's going to come and present right in the beginning.
Huh? Oh, you're not red, sorry. I thought I'll...
One of you must be selected as a leader right in the beginning.
Up to you.
Who's going to decide who's going to
I don't want to tie you down at all. It's your wish. Just that, ensure it's something on, you're taking cloud or mobility?
Is it?
You
Oh,
take mobility otherwise. If it's mobility is easy for you, take mobility. Or if you don't want, take your own imagination. But one technology transfer, that's how change. Yeah.
Sajid, would you want to re-explain the topic again?
Yeah.
I think there's a confusion on the case study itself.
Oh, okay. See, the way we are, see, if you want to go exactly by the case study, then it's like this. We're talking of a shared services infrastructure, okay, in a conglomerate. When we say use the word conglomerate, the idea is there are multiple business organizations, multiple industries inside the conglomerate. Okay, let it be General Motors or somebody of that. I'm not saying it need be that large, but a large shared services one who caters to multiple industries. Okay, so your application landscape can be anything. Now there you need to see in that kind of a model what happens somewhere down the line, down below you have some of these layers, especially the infrastructure layers, you can cut it across the businesses. I mean, of course the licensing issues are there. Huh? Okay. Okay. So in that scenario, see, I just move to the next slide. See, the next slide is more of that. Cost, risk, quality. Huh? Switch off this mic. Switch off.
No, Sajeev.
Huh?
You go to every table.
Okay, I'll explain
individually, okay?
Okay. Okay. Keep this mic off. One second. See, we were all discussing Gen X, Gen Y and all, right? So let's all go back to our college days now. Is it okay for everyone going back to your college days? Is it okay? I think you guys will say yes. I want to ask for the other two. Okay? Okay. Are you okay to go back to your college days? Yes? Are you okay to go back to your college days? Yes? Okay, great. Okay, great. My suggestion is this. The presentation structure will be like this. First, make your problem statement clear. Second, what is it you're going to attack? Third, your method. And fourth, conclusions. And fifth, your experiences in this session. What you felt was good, what you felt was not good. This 15 minutes. Okay? What you are interacting among yourselves, right? And another thing, everybody has a right to ask questions. Okay? When you present, anybody here can question back. Just think if you are going to go after somebody in your college day when somebody was making a project presentation. How would you have gone after him? Same thing, go after it. Okay? But in case we feel somebody is going overboard, we'll put a halt to it. Okay? It's not to embarrass anybody. It's just to ensure that at least in this last 15 or 30 minutes of these 2 day session, we have enough fun. Well within the realms of what you can call the event. It's okay with everyone. So who wants to go first?
I have a session. Let the presentation go through fully once.
Right. And then we'll start.
And subsequently, question starts, right?
Yes.
Not in between, yeah.
Okay, who wants to go first? Oh, yeah. So you want to go first? Okay. Yeah. Mic.
Or you want to mic up?
Hello. Yeah. Okay, guys. My name's Rohan. We are from a group out here, which is the Scam Group. So, sorry?
2G, 3G, 4G, 5G.
Raja Group, as he says, correct. So, so what we've come together is, so we started our discussion saying that what do we want to choose as our topic? So the reason we've named our group as Scam Group is we said, let's take a generic topic, which is across all businesses or all divisions, and let's see what we can work together on. So we started off by saying that, okay, so let's take rather than going industry vertical wise, let's take something which cuts across all industries. So we've taken a simple HRMS application as our base product. We've done some assumptions, obviously. So the base assumption was that our business has multiple, or basically the group company has 5 different business verticals currently, located across India and internationally across multiple cities. The current infrastructure is such that it's divided across, so it's separate or different for every company. We've got a separate, business-wise separate hardware, software applications as well as databases. There's a new CEO which has been hired by the group, Mr. Venkat. He's come on board and he said, okay, I mean, yeah, these guys are working hard, but I think the policies, each company is running as individual spokes, and I'd like to see them working together now. So let's put some structure together and create a single HR policy across all of these companies. So while creating this single HR policy, Venkat goes and meets Vineet, who's our IT person here, and CIO, and says, Vineet, he's the group CIO there, and he tells Vineet, I need to create a single HRMS policy along with the HR person out here who's Lekha. So consults Lekha saying that if you were to create a single HRMS policy across this group, what will it take? So first she says, right now it's all different. I've got so and so problems. My first roadblock is going to be Vineet, because Vineet's not going to give me a single system wherein I can have a single policy implemented across my group, across all these various businesses. So Venkat decides to call all of them together and says, let's tell me how you guys are going to put all of this together and how you're going to create a single system for me and how I can roll this out. And of course, Vineet comes back saying, okay, let me go back and come together with a plan, my brilliant CIO plan, and tell you what's going to be the deployment, what's going to be the cost for putting this together, what's going to be the time to put this together. So first, what Vineet does is goes and calls some consultants. They come and give him some gyan in terms of what he should do and what are the different companies in this space doing, etc. And give him a nice, good presentation which he could go and show Venkat, saying that, yeah, this is the way it should be. Give them good, nice Gantt charts and everything. Everything put together, he comes back. Obviously, he needs to go and present to Venkat in terms of saying what all he's going to put together. He decides to consolidate everything by going, as I said, the scam way. So first he chooses the cloud. So he chooses a SaaS-based application, a cloud-based application hosted on the cloud. Basically moving from CAPEX to OPEX. So he puts down all the figures together. Secondly, he wants to make it available. He also looks at how he can make things or make these systems available across all users. So he puts in basically mobile friendly responsive designs and responsive technology with HTML5, etc. Single instance, single database, single application with a single sign-on as well. So with the LDAP kind of integration, so good to go. To add to the social bit, there is obviously the time management, T&E, expenses, etc. in this system with performance management. To add to the social bit, he adds the peer reviews for appraisals, as well as for recruitment purposes, he puts in a social plugin with LinkedIn, through LinkedIn and other social media platforms, and some analytics jargon for trend analysis for attrition, retention, expenses, etc. So having put all this together, he goes back to Venkat and says, I've got this plan. This is the kind of cost. This is the kind of things to. This is the timeline to put together. Obviously, looking at making it seamlessly work across. Lekha is very happy listening that she can put in a policy which is single across all the businesses, and Venkat's happy because Vineet's met.
Hold on. Let him finish. Let him finish
Okay,
it.
let me finish.
Let him finish it. Let him
So
finish.
I'm done almost. Yeah, my time was done. Even I'm done. So, sorry, I didn't see that. I was looking at you guys. See, that's the reason I missed it. All right. So basically, that's how, and we. So I started
You're
with
waiting for
problem
that.
statement. So the problem statement. So problem statement I started off was with. Sorry, I think. Yeah, the problem statement is there are multiple businesses with different policies and different. So basically different policies, and the new CEO wants to implement a single policy. How do you go about doing that? And the IT systems are restricting, are the barriers to implement this new HR policy.
They chose to go little more customized case study as compared to what is shown here, which is fine. So what's your point of view on?
What do you think about it?
Any point of views from this group in terms of their approach?
Next. Any point of views on there? On this?
Any comments? Any point of view on what they presented? Pardon?
Oh, you said
Once again, okay, once more, is it? No, on a serious note, are there any point of views in terms of how they could have approached better, or, are there any, you find some issues in their approach, is there any point of view, or you have the different angles to it? Do you have any?
So for presentation, they could not maintain timeline. So what will happen to project actually, So I'm for presentation, there was a lot of the slippage and all. So you have not given any time limit to them.
so. Next, your team, right? Who's?
One is I am an Indian CEO, yeah. So first question is कितना देती है? हाँ, तो वो मतलब वो that finally कितना है? Okay, so that's one. Second point would be why do you want to do it? Why won't you outsource it? So always is a make or buy decision. Something So the question is you are saying we are going to do it. So also at the same time you should also have an option saying that suppose I outsource the entire thing, how much would it cost me? So as a CEO I would like to see both of them before I take a decision.
Any point of view from this team? Anybody from this team?
No, he's been there.
Okay. Good evening. My name is Nayak. Our problem statement. Okay, before we go to the problem statement, we call ourselves the WISE group. House. We only give you solutions, we don't implement it. कृपया प्रेजेंटेशन के बाद उल्लू के पट्टे मत बोलो. So, the group, okay, we are a group, large conglomerate with 100 subsidiary companies, with hosting decentralized databases, and in the current situation, we have a problem on profit. The profit is at the moment a poor fit. So what we are going to do, we call the gynecologists, consultants. The gynecologists told us, your input costs are varying. There are multiple levels of input, your multiple level of input costs. Everybody is buying the same thing at a different price. So, what do? We go to the cloud. The cloud brought us rain today morning. We're still bringing rain now, but we go to the cloud. And when we go to the cloud, okay, this is where it gets serious. So one option we have, I mean, one of the concerns we have is, how do I lead? How do I create the buzz? And how do I show the bee where the nectar is? So one critical area what we have is user sponsorship. So how do we lure the user? Benefit sharing is one of the methods what we will be using. We will have a usage-based fee for our this thing, because it is probable that amongst the 100 companies which are inside the conglomerate, some are making profit, some aren't. And that's why our profit is a poor fit today. And so we'll have a usage-based fee. And we also come up with a minimum guarantee of 10% saving on your current procurement. This is across the board. Critical factors, what do we consider? We have a quality of service, high availability, high transparency, and most critically, the governance layer. The governance layer is going to make or break this program. Capital costs, it will be amortized over a period of some time, let's say 5 years, and the revenue cost, whatever is going out. Time out, they said. Okay, I'm finishing it. Okay, so rollout strategy, we'll have a pilot with a company using the least amount of services, which has a low risk. So this is my strategy. Open to question and answers. I'm open. Pardon? At the moment, I'm a speaker. At the moment, I'm a speaker. Pardon? The eyes, where the eyes and the nose, well, I am going to say the eyes have it because, as I said, when we go to the user sponsorship, we are going to give a minimum return of 10% on the current procurement costs. So it will keep the gynecologists happy. It will also keep the users happy.
Do you see any risks? Once the benefits you said, are there any risks of moving into this model?
Pardon?
Cloud model?
Yes, the cloud model, yes. One, because of what I call as disparate databases, disparate ways of working, how to integration of that. There's always going to be a change resistance, and that is going to be my biggest risk. Because irrespective of what I say, whether I'm going to give him 10% or whatever the minimum return, for him to change something which is already working, because there are people, there are companies in this group which are already making profits, and like somebody said, अगर धंधा चल रहा है तो बदलना क्यों? So that will be my biggest risk.
So change management.
Change management is yes.
Business benefits? Business benefits?
Pardon?
Business benefits?
Business benefits, I'll have a unified procurement. One, second, volume-based procurement. Third, yes, I will leverage all this across the complete group. That's my benefit, what I'll get. I never said I was in a finance and healthcare. I never said I'm in a finance and healthcare.
Hello?
No, they are allowed to take the assumption. They are allowed to take the assumption.
No,
No,
we
no,
are
they're
not.
allowed-
We are not on finance. The only finance I'm worried about is the funding for this project, and the only health I care is my own. Thank you.
Hello? Hello? Mr. Nayak, आप आ जाओ यार, भाग क्यों रहे? I should congratulate you for giving a solution which cannot be implemented that you said earlier. So hearty congratulations on that. But my question is, have you done any cost analysis study? Because cost is the main driver for your cloud solution decision. And today, what we see is cloud is little costlier than your regular network or your regular infrastructure because it has got already depreciated. So how do you say that this is going to be cost efficient?
Okay. As I said, the gynecologists at the beginning told us that they did a cost study, they did a thorough analysis, and then they come up with a model which says that there is a potential return on investment, the potential benefit. Based on a potential benefit is where we are making a business case for this project to kick off. One. And second, I never said that we will never implement this project. All that I said was, we give you a solution, we don't implement it. Implementation comes at a fee.
So the gynecologist is very much sure that the delivery will happen.
Pardon?
The gynecologist is very much sure that the delivery will happen, right?
Certainly, the gynecologist certainly is sure that the delivery is going to happen, but there is going to be an initial gestation period. Okay? Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. I think we had a fun-filled session. Rohan and what's your name? Sorry? Naik. So we had a fun-filled session, and I am the last one standing between dinner and drinks. So, but I have a very nice topic to discuss. It is resilience. While we were given this topic, I was thinking, this is the easiest one. Let me just slip into this group. Resilience, I think, absolutely easy. How many boxes are we having in production? 10, 15? Just replicate. You are resilient, right? Make a DR site, takes, I think somebody in my team told, yeah, hire a IBM consultant, hire a Dell consultant, you are done. You are resilient enough, right? But as we discussed stuff, I think a lot of new jargons, I learned a lot of stuff, some new terms. I'll try to share all of them with you, and I'll also make sure that I'm within this time-out frame. I am not going to... So let me start off. One more thing is, all I remember of all these presentations that happened was that dancing, what was that? Hippo, right? So I'm not sure if my presentation would be as interesting, though I'll not love to dance for you here. So we have a problem statement, simple. We have a database, we have an application which is serving a service which is serving 4 or 5 things together, probably an ERP system, a payroll system, an email-based system, and we need to make it resilient. Now we have decided that this service is going to have a technology change. So now if there's a technology change in it, we just need to make sure that all the businesses that are running have to be up and running as well. So we just defined what is resilience, profiling for different users, and we will be resilient enough. So the job was easy for us, and my friends did a good job by shooting others from this group. Rajiv was shooting out people. Now I'm sure I'll be shot at from people as well. Yeah, so I'm open to questions.
Yeah, I have a question.
Yeah.
You talked about 100% resiliency, right? What is the definition of it?
So yes. 100% resiliency means we will be resilient enough to not have any downtime. If there's a downtime, yeah, I know nobody is interested in investing money for resiliency. No one has budgets to give us, but whenever an application is down, they will say, "Arey, where is your backup plan? You were resilient, you told." But yeah, I mean, I'm assuming that we have enough budgets to buy enough machines to be resilient enough. Right? Any other question? Is the audience being kind to me? Okay. I'm Rahul. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay. First, thanks a lot for taking your time out today, okay, for this session. I know that drinks were waiting for you, so really thanks a lot for that. Okay, now we have a couple of slides, okay, because end of the day I'm supposed to present a few slides, so I'll not dampen your excitement on that. So I'll just run this fast, just read the top one. I'm not going to bore you more. Yeah. Yes, over. That's it. That's all the message is. Yes. Now, thanks a lot. We didn't have to hurt anybody's sentiments or anything. We just thought you should have some fun. That's it. Thanks a lot.